Social media, as we all know, is accessible to everyone. We can now use it to communicate and network with new people, such as making new friends, but it can also be a very dangerous poison if we spend it too much time on entertainment. We all know that social media addiction is one of the most hardest addictions to get rid of. Most people remove this addiction by either deleting their social media entirely on their phone, or either they do a 30-day social media detox. But what if I told you all you have to do is just do these 3 simple hacks? 3 simple hacks that will remove your social media addiction entirely without even to delete or detox from it. So here are the 3 simple hacks that I personally use that can remove your social media addiction without even to delete or detox from it. If you guys didn't know why my background is a bit different compared to my previous video, then I believe we should check this video right here, because this video is about a vlog where I made a vlog about where I traveled from my home country, which is Indonesia, to the university I'm studying to in the US, and also got to the place where I'm in right now, right here. So here are the 3 simple hacks that I personally use that can remove your social media addiction without even to delete or detox from it. The first step to remove your social media addiction is you need to remove all of your social media apps on your phone home screen. So basically what I would do is I would remove any social media app, regardless whether it's TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, or whatever, any social media app that addicts me, and I replace it with an app that I would use every day to text my friends and family. So for example, I would replace any social media apps that addicts me, like YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, or whatever, into a messaging app that I would use every day, such as WhatsApp, Telegram, or Gmail, whatever. So I replace it with something that I can use every day to communicate with my friends and family and network with new people in a less distracting way. You can also replace these social media apps with an app that you can use everywhere at any time for specific purposes. And in terms of using apps that can be used everywhere and at any time, I suggest you should use apps like Notion and Google Docs. For me personally, I use Notion to plan my weekly schedule and to write down my university schedule, whereas on Google Docs, I use Google Docs to plan out what my next YouTube video is all about as a content creator. The next step to remove your social media addiction is you need to put your social media away from your phone app screen as possible. So what I would do is basically I would put my social media apps to the farthest section of my phone screen app as possible and for them together to make a folder without a name on it. And once you've done that, you need to create a new phone habit that pulls you away from your social media addiction. Besides of limiting the amount of time you should spend on social media, you should also limit the amount of ways you can access social media on your phone. Whenever I'm checking my social media, I wouldn't go to my phone far screen app to check it, or even go to my phone app search bar. What I'm using is a Samsung phone, which is basically an Android phone. So what I typically do is basically I would go to my phone navigation bar and tap Reason. And if one of my social media app appears on the screen below, I would tap it. But if it doesn't, then I would forget it and move on. And so far, this tactic has been very helpful for me because it has been able to reduce my social media addiction by putting me in the habit that I would check less on my social media. So basically, I wouldn't go to my phone app screen farthest section to check on my social media or even go to my search app panel bar. The third step to remove your social media addiction is basically you need to turn off all of your social media notifications. This is by far, I believe, one of the ways to remove your social media addiction without even to delete or detox from it. You can start doing this by opening your social media and search any person on your social media feed that addicts you and start muting all of their profile notifications. But if it still doesn't help, just go unfollow them if necessary. And if you still unfollow them and you still want to check them once or twice or even still addicts you, then I believe you should block their profile. Once you block the person on your social media, you need to draw a line. So it's basically like this. When you block a person on your social media, whether it's on Instagram, TikTok, or Facebook, you cannot go to the settings to unblock the person that you just blocked. It's like the rule that you're making and you have to commit on that case scenario. If you're still addicted to social media after you have mute, block, or unfollow the person that addicts you on social media, then you must go to your phone settings and turn off all of your social media notifications. Now after you have mute, unfollow, and block every person that addicts you on social media, now what I want you to do is basically just follow the person that gives you valuable information and that gives you valuable content that fits your goal. So for example, if you want to learn how to play the guitar, then follow the person who knows how to play the guitar. If you want to know how to make cool videos like me as a content creator, then follow a person who knows how to make cool videos on me on the internet or on social media. And once you've done that, it will make your social media feed less interesting and it will also give you less motivation to spend too much time on social media. This strategy is by far the best strategy I've ever used that is better than deleting or detoxing social media. So once I remove all the people that addicts me on my social media page, I spend less time on my social media. And it used to be where my social media watch time on my Instagram, TikTok, or Facebook, it used to be around like 1 or 2 or 3 hours, or maybe 4 hours of watch time. But when I applied this strategy, my screen time has jumped from like 4 to 3 to or 1 hours into like around 20 to 25 minutes. It's not the best, but it has actually made huge progress. You should be using social media to learn new things that is valuable to your goals and your life, and using to connect with new and important people. It's fine to use social media to use it for entertainment purposes sometimes, because after all, we're humans, and there are days where we need to rest and relax so we can produce the best result as possible while we're working and being productive. If you guys still can't remove all of your social media notifications, even though you have mute, silent, or blocked them, then I believe that this video right here is for you, because this video right here will show you how to remove your phone addiction.